All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the morning. This isn't the Morning Mindset Podcast. This is Student of the Gun Radio. I do it in the same studio, so you can forgive me for that. Welcome to Monday's episode of Student of the Gun, the public episode. Today we're going to talk about born for strength, not fear. We have a Warrior of the Week question for all of you summertime boys, and we also have, what else we have? Oh, we got a Go Team moment for you freaks. That's right. We got another piece of positive news. And this one comes out of California, of all places. So buckle up, strap in. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Stand by for education, enlightenment, enjoyment, and entertainment.
He's not here to talk about your feelings. He's not here to say what you want to hear. He's here to say what needs to be said.
Ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages, please welcome your host, the pimp hand of America, Professor Paul Markle.
That's right, freaks and freakettes. And we were just talking off air a little bit ago. I got to go into Sweet Marie's, and I got to see Marie.
Woo!
And get a coffee and a cupcake. I bought a cupcake. I didn't need it. I didn't need the cupcake, but I wanted it because I'm an American. And I've been deprived. So
I would say, and also, it's been how long since you've been able to have one?
I got one to go about a month ago.
Oh, okay, then. Well,
I guess it was about a month ago. I ordered a coffee and a cupcake to go.
Well, then it's all ruined.
But it wasn't. Well, I took it to go today. But I could have, if I would have wanted to, I could have sat down at a table. The tables are spread out because the public health czar has commanded that no table can be closer than 6 foot to another table. And you know what's...
I don't.
This 6 foot thing is completely arbitrary. There's no science behind the 6 foot 70, 72 inches or whatever.
Supposedly there is.
Yeah, it was one of the first things that came out about the whole thing was that it cannot survive in the air, beyond 6 feet effectively.
Okay, well, here's the thing.
How do we know what to believe? That's the
ability of a human being to expel a virus. Let's say you've got it in your lungs, right? Let's just say, right? You have it in your lungs, and you're gonna blow it out, right? Or you're gonna sneeze it out, achoo, or whatever. Every human being has a different capacity to expel air. Okay?
I'm pretty sure they're going for an average.
Your grandma, it does not have the lung strength to do that. But like a great big healthy dude with strong lungs could probably blow it 10 feet or 12 or 18 or whatever. It's arbitrary.
Right.
And don't even try and tell me it's not.
No, I mean, what they said was that the virus can't survive in the air for 6 feet. But and then so what we would say is, well, how fast is the person propelling it? And is it like, I don't understand how they would, and maybe I'm just stupid, who knows, but I don't understand how they would figure that out. Without knowing anything else about the virus, they know that it can't survive in the air for 6 feet when propelled at 2 feet per second.
Well, I mean, that's just some Mythbusters stuff right there, where it's just like,
you
get somebody
that it could live for 24 hours on hard surfaces.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like, we don't even know anymore.
Well, I guess there's a difference between just being out in the air and having something to live on, to land on.
If it lands on a Formica countertop, it's not like there's nutrients in a Formica countertop.
I don't know, man.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's just funny.
Right.
It's comical to me. This has all been a comedy show that's led by some.
No, what's been has been conditioning for socialism, is what it is. And you need to start bayonet mother Fletchers. Zach, you got some good news for us?
I totally do, and my mouse is broken again. 1 second.
I don't care about your mouse.
Yes, but I need the mouse to click on things. Oh, there you go. Okay, so we have something. All right.
Did you forget what you were about to say?
Well, no, but I want to put up the prompt on the screen. I had a picture and everything, and now my mouse isn't working. And now
all right, just fly with it.
Okay, so last week we put it out for the rest of the grad program members because they're special and they get preferential treatment. I'm just being honest with you.
And if you're listening live right now, you are a grad program member, and
exactly.
This is a reminder for you as well.
Yes, exactly. Our official Student of the Gun handgun cleaning mats are now available for pre-order to the public. And during this pre-order, I'll put this stuff all in post, I guess, you will get a free complimentary bottle of EDC CLP, a nice little 0.25 ounce bottle. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's also it's a light liquid, so that's kind of a lot.
Yeah, it lasts a pretty long time.
Yeah. And so, it's available at shopsotg.com. It'll be on the homepage by the time you're listening to this, not live. If you're listening to it live, then you can go into the lounge and give it a listen, or give it a look. But so this is something we've been wanting to do since SHOT Show, and we finally got with the people and have gotten it made.
Yeah, it's been an interesting journey, guys.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
But Zach's done a good job with communicating with the people. Now we've got these gun mats. Are there two of them ready, or is it just the one?
Just the one for now.
The Student of the Gun one. Okay,
and
cool.
If these do well, we will have more.
Yep. So if you go to shopsotg.com, look on the home screen there. There'll be a link for you to go directly to the product, get all the information you need, and I believe it's less than $20, right, Zach?
Yes, it is.
Less than $20, you get the mat and the lube and maybe some swag stuff.
And the lube is a pre-order exclusive.
Ooh, what?
Once the pre-order is over, then So now is the time to get in there and get yourself a mat.
Okay, so the only time I get the lube is if I pre-order now.
Correct. If you pre-order right now.
But the pre-orders. Okay, so
the pre-order
for the same price, if I buy it after pre-order, I don't get the lube.
Correct.
But if all right.
Pre-order special.
I understand.
Pre-order bonus. And the pre-orders will be closed at the end of this month. So you have until May 31st? May 31st? I can't click on the calendar to cheat.
It's the 31st.
Okay. And
30 days has September, April, June, and November.
There you go.
Learn that in third grade.
An I before E except after C, except that whole thing is a lie.
Well, this isn't an I before E thing. This is an absolute.
What I'm saying is that
September, April, June, and November.
I don't remember any of the rhymes. Okay, now you guys talk about things that don't require clicking while I go find AAA batteries.
Cool.
All right. Well, we have to go in. You don't go anywhere because we're going to do a Warrior of the Week. Our Warrior of the Week question was typed in.
Yep.
Normally we do a phone call, but this one was written in, and that's fine. But if you'd like to call in and hear your voice on the show, that's cool. Call 844-207-7684. Leave a clear and concise question, and if we choose you there, Pikachu, you'll be the winner of the Warrior of the Week question. You will get a complimentary bottle of 9mm plus P from our friends at SWAT Fuel. And, of course, you will get tremendous bragging rights with all your friends and peers because your voice was heard by millions and thousands and whatever across the planet. We actually do broadcast across the planet. People in Australia will be listening to your question. So think about that. That's right. All right, Jared, we have Zach. Are we ready to play the Warrior of the Week theme song, or did Jared need to say something? Jared, why don't you remind people? All right, if you hear your question, Jared's going to tell you what you need to do to get your stuff.
Yep. If you hear your question either played here or read by one of us or yours truly, even if I read your question, thank you for posting the question. But just send an email to info@studentofthegun.com. Include your name, your address, your name, your mailing address, your email address, and your phone number in that email for me. And I'm just going to go ahead and read the question. I believe here it is. Yep. And then Zach will just play the stuff later. It says, this is from Nellie Fox. He says, what are some considerations for being armed at places like a beach where clothing does not accommodate full-size service pistol carry? And how should one keep a gun when you might go into the water? Now, we've talked about this before, but it is coming up in summertime again, so it is totally relevant to a pretty big portion of the audience.
Okay. Number one, just get yourself a go bag. Get yourself a, what did we call, when we were talking previously, did we call it a go bag or an everything bag or a, I can't remember what we called it. Was it called a go bag?
I don't remember.
The shoulder bag. We had that conversation about what do you do when everybody in the house woke up late and you're trying to get your kid to school and you're scrambling and you like put on your shorts, t-shirt, flip-flops, and you're like, go, get in the car. Come on, we're going to be late. And you jump in the car and you left all of your stuff, right? We talked about this before. Well, the same concept applies. This is basically it's a hot springs bag. When I go to the hot springs here in Saratoga, generally I just put on my bathing suit and flip-flops and a t-shirt or whatever, or if it's cold, I put on all that stuff, and then I put my insulated coveralls on over it, and I go. But the point is I'm not wearing pants with pockets and all that jazz, so I have a designated bag that has a gun, a knife, a med kit, and a flashlight in the bag, and it stays in the bag all the time. I don't take the gun out and use it for other stuff. It's always loaded in the bag, ready to go. And like I said, there's a pocket lifesaver kit in there. There's a knife in there. There's a flashlight in there. And because the bag has a utility pouch in it, when we get to the hot springs, I turn the car off, pull the keys, open up the bag, drop the keys in the bag with my phone, and then go. Right? Grab my towel and go soak in the hot springs. And then I just hang the bag with my towel right there, 2 feet away from me or 5 feet away from me or whatever. It's where I can see it.
Do you want to play the intro music pretty quick?
Yeah, Zach is back, and he
Zach is back.
Has a working mouse.
Back
now.
Again.
It's not a dead Mile 5.
It is no longer a dead Mile 5, it is a live Mile 5.
So we had the rock and roll grunting there. That is the Warrior of the Week music, and thank you very much for that. Whose is that? Is that the is that Madison Rising? Or just
I'm pretty sure it's Madison Rising.
I can't remember.
Like 93% sure it's Madison Rising.
I think that was something that we actually got that SWAT Fuel produced themselves.
Oh, is it really?
So it might be somebody on their end.
So yeah, everybody should have one of these. I would recommend, if you're a gun person and you are serious about it, I would recommend that you get one of these bags, like a single strap shoulder bag. And you say, well, a single strap shoulder bag doesn't work for me. Okay, fine. Get a navy blue backpack, or a forest green backpack or a red backpack. I don't give a crap what the color is.
Get
a backpack and pack and put all that stuff in there. All the stuff that I just mentioned, and towed it to the beach. And here's the thing: the great thing about the backpack or the bag or whatever thing is everyone expects you to do that. Like, no one's going to say, "Hey, there's a person walking to the beach with a towel and flip flops, and they have a backpack on. Call the police," because that's weird. Everyone has a backpack.
One thing that I tried,
extremely commonplace.
Yeah. I tried back in Biloxi, I think it was. It had to be Biloxi. Was I had a pair of swim trunks that had a zipper pocket, like a zipper cargo pocket type deal. And so I had a pocket pistol that fit perfectly in the pocket. And if memory serves me correctly, it worked pretty well. Obviously, we didn't get in salt water because I didn't want to do that kind of thing. But we were in pools, and if memory serves me well, everything worked out great, except for the fact that when your shorts get wet, it really puts an imprint of what's in your pocket. So if you don't have a good a pocket holster that covers the profile of the gun, then it'll be pretty obvious what you have in your pocket. And so I prefer the bag over the cargo pocket type deal.
And then you say, but then I go in the water and my bag is on the beach and I can't get to it. Like, all right. Does your wife? And here's the super simple thing. If you go to the beach with a wife, wives will never leave their bags unattended. How many of you have ever gone to a buffet, right? And your wife gets up from the table to go fill her plate, and she takes her purse and she puts it on a chair and she slides it up underneath, and then she looks at you and says, "Keep an eye on my bag," right? She hides it, and then she looks at you and she's like, watch my purse. Okay, honey, I'll watch your purse. I won't let anyone run up to the table and grab your purse. But that's the thing with the beach is I know if you take a wife with you that they're not just going to leave all their bags unattended. Not going to happen. So let somebody else be the shooter. Go to the beach with another responsible adult. And you say, well, I'm there all by myself. And I'm like, all right, geez. Then take a J-frame, put it in a Ziploc bag, stick it in your crotch, and jump in the water. The other thing that you can do, and this is what I did when I would swim in Biloxi in the public pools or whatever, is I got a Spyderco H1 folding knife. Spyderco makes these blades. They're called out of H1 steel, and they're pretty much 100% rust proof. You're like, I don't believe it. There's no such thing. Well, let me tell you what. I've been in and out of salt water dozens and dozens and dozens of times with the H1 steel product, and it never rusted. And I pulled this one out. You know where it is, Jared? The one, well, I've got a couple of them, but the one is in that tactical flotation vest. I unpacked the tactical flotation vest the other day, and I pulled it out of the pocket, and it's still razor sharp after years.
Nice. Yeah.
So
it's the same thing for me. I've got that little black one, or maybe it's the yellow one. I think you have the yellow one. Are there two yellow ones? I think I have the black one. Doesn't matter. I did the same thing. I pulled it out, hadn't used it in a little while, and it was still great. And
yeah, it's called the salt knife. They're called the salt knives.
Because it's the salt knife.
Mm-hmm.
But I pulled out my little Spyderco sharpener the other day to do my kitchen knives, and then of course when you pull that sharpener out and you set it up, you're like, okay, what else can I sharpen? There's some scissors. Oh, there's a piece of paper. I need to make something sharp so I can cut that piece of paper. It's fun. Yeah.
So actually, Spyderco has their Pacific salt knives on sale for $88 right now. So what I would do, they're out of stock. Never mind. They're on sale and they're out of stock. Good job. What I would do is I would just take that knife. It's a folding knife, and I would slip it into the waistband of my swimsuit and keep it on me. So, even if I was in the water with nothing on but the bathing suit, I still had a knife on me all the time. And nobody's any the wiser. So there you go. That is my advice to you for being prepared all the time, even on the beach or at the park or when you're wearing flip-flops and shorts and a T-shirt and you're just relaxing, whatever. That is my advice to you. All right, Jared, go ahead and thank the top contributors to the public group.
All right. I will make it quick this time. I want to take some time to thank the top contributors to the Student of the Gun public group. This is specifically thanking the ones that are on Facebook, because Facebook makes it easy for me to figure out who's commenting and posting. If you're not a Facebook person, go to the Student Lounge. Just go to studentofthegun.com and click that login button. You can create an account there and get access to the Student Lounge, and there's a public group there as well. As for the top 10 of the public group on Facebook, number 10 is Adam Montgomery, 9 is Andrew Ketz, 8 is Steve Brigantis, 7 Harry Galinsky, 6 is Ryan Henson, 5 Melissa Ridings, 4 is Derek Babcock, 3 Daniel Larson, 2 Andrew Reinert, and number 1 is Trent Wood. Thank you guys for taking the time and the effort to make that happen.
All right. There you go. Good job, guys. Thanks for participating in the group. All right, Century Arms is the sweetest smelling arms maker in the U.S. of A. And what do they have going on right now? Well, if you pop over to centuryarms.com, you can check out all their rifles, pistols, their ammunition, their accessories, and all that jazz. The Canic 1 series. Let me tell you guys about the Canic 1 series. What they did is they took the original TP9 SF and the original TP9 SF Elite without any bells and whistles. I mean, they've got the ones that have the who are the Gee Whiz guys that make all kinds of Gee Whiz Glock stuff? Salient Arms. They've got one with a Salient Arms barrel and a Salient Arms trigger and all this Gucci stuff. You're like, I don't want to buy Gucci. I just want to buy something that's going to work. Okay, great. The 1 series full size gun is MSRP'd at $299. The 1 series Elite, that's the compact one that's about the size of a G19, is MSRP'd at $324. So that what that means in the real world is if you go to your local dealer, you're probably going to find them for $10 to $20 less than the MSRP. That is a lot of pistol for very little money. There's no excuse for you not to have a high quality handgun. The only reason that you don't have one, I mean, maybe you don't have a job. Okay. Maybe you have no income. Okay. If you have no job and no income, there's your excuse. But if you have a job and you have income, I mean, if you have a job working second shift at McDonald's, you can afford a Canic pistol. You can afford a good gun. All right. There's really no reason for you not to have one. And then, of course, they got other stuff. They got the U.S. Pole magazines and grips and all that jazz. And it's your responsibility to go to centuryarms.com and figure out what they've got. All right. Duracoat, because life is
too short to have an ugly gun.
Yes, and you guys will be happy to know that I now have my Duracoat template kits back. Yay! Zachary, the shipping ogre, went into storage and he found my Rubbermaid tub that had my Duracoat templates and my True Strip and adhesion promoter and all my little pieces of hanger.
We had a stripper stored in the storage unit?
Yeah, we had stripper.
Oh, nice.
True Strip.
She was in a cake.
And all that stuff was in the steel wool and the 3M scratch pads and all the stuff that you need. So I'm going to be doing some Duracoat projects very soon in my workshop. Duracoat is available from DuracoatFirearmFinishes.com. They have everything you need, including the badass finish. And if you don't know what the badass finish is and you don't understand why it's important, well, pop your butt over to Duracoat's website and check it out. And you still have time to participate in the Badass Finish Challenge. And I want you guys, make sure that when you put your pictures up on the Instagrammage, that you hashtag it Duracoat Student of the Gun. But most importantly, Badass Finish. And this is their 20th anniversary. Did you know that, Jared? Did you realize that this is their 20th anniversary?
Oh,
yeah,
I did not realize that, and I think that the contest was over on May 15th, or did we extend it to June?
Extended it because of the Rona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we extended it because of the Rona. So yeah, you still have time, and we want to see your cool things. And it's getting warm now. I know some places it's still cold, but it's getting warm. It's time for you to get out in your workshop. And the thing is, stop focusing on all the bull crap in the world and do something good and that you're going to be proud of. And like I said, I've got a bunch of stuff that I'm working on. And if you guys watch the dual wielding high point video, the high point dual wielding video, both of those were Duracoated.
Which I think is one of the coolest videos we've ever done.
Crossbreed Holsters wants you to be dangerous on demand. How do you do that? You buy a good holster, a quality holster, and you actually carry your friggin' gun on you. Oh, what a concept. Yes, indeed. But save some money. They're good people. It's a family-owned business. Of course, Duracoat's a family-owned business, too. And Brownell's is a family-owned business. You see where we're going here? But the Crossbreed Holsters people, they're doing good things for you. They're working hard. They're working overtime to try and get all their orders filled. Use the promo code SOTG18 when you order a holster from those guys, and you're going to save a bunch of money, and you're going to be happy because they're a good company and they make good stuff, and they stand behind it 100%. So 100. There's really no downside. Go ahead.
I just said 100.
100. Yeah, it's 100. And then, of course, our friends at Brownells, we're going to talk about them in detail on Wednesday. But if you go to Brownells right now, you can sign up for their newsletter, and they're always sending out promo codes and sales and discounts, and they've got a new product section because even now they're shuffling it out the old stuff and in the new stuff. But can I give you guys a life hack?
Yes, no. Yes, life hack, like that.
All right, if you're a gun dude, I'm gonna give you the life hack. Go to brownells.com and go all the way over to the far right at the top, and it says sale and clearance. What happens is quite often a manufacturer will come out with a new whatever. Let's say they have a red dot, but it's version 2.0, right? Well, the version 1.0 is now the old one, and they want to get the new ones into inventory. And so they tell Brownells, they're like, hey, we're discontinuing red dot version 1.0, and we're going to start shipping you 2.0s. And so Brownells is like, cool, rock on. We'll put that thing on sale. Is there anything wrong with it? No, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with the product. It's just now they have a new and improved Tide, because that's what manufacturers have to do all the time. They have to do the new and improved thing to keep you, the customer, interested. But it doesn't mean that the other stuff is bad. Here's the crazy thing. Right now, Jared, even during the Rona panic and all that, their PMags are on sale. The 60-round 5.56 PMag drum from Magpul is on sale at Brownells. Their Glock mags on sale.
I need to go.
Their standard PMags on sale. So, yeah, what I'm telling you freaks out there is now is the time to hook yourself up with some deals if you want to do that. If you don't, if you want to wait, I don't want a deal. I want to wait until the next panic buy. Well, you can do that. You're an American. You can do whatever you want. But if it was me, I would recommend that you get your fanny over there right now and take advantage of these deals. Okay?
I should not have went to this.
You shouldn't have gone to the website.
I should not have gone to this. My bank account's going to be empty pretty soon.
All right. It's time for y'all to hush up and listen to what Zach has to play for you.
Attention, new listeners. We produced a complimentary online training course called 7 Training Tips That Could Save Your Life. Get instant access by joining the Student Lounge for free at studentofthegun.com. Do you watch Student of the Gun TV, read the blog, and follow us on Facebook? If you answered no to any of these questions, you are wrong, but you can easily fix yourself. Go to studentofthegun.com to find everything SOTG.
Bum, bum, bum. I really wish that we had a music license, right? We're gonna have to work on that. But
I've tried. I've been trying.
I need to partner with somebody. That's what I need to do. But we've got a go team for you freaks out here. And what we said, we talked about this on Friday during our bonus hour, our grad program bonus hour. And we talked about support sheriffs that support you. If your sheriff comes out and publicly says, look, the Constitution is what it is, and just because all you weirdos are scared and frightened doesn't mean that the Constitution stops existing. We don't put it on hold until everyone's not afraid anymore. And we've got a story from lawenforcementtoday.com. Jared, will you go ahead and dive into that?
.com. It's still opening for me. Lawenforcementtoday.com. This is Riverside, California. California sheriff refuses to enforce Newsom's stay-at-home orders. A good sheriff. Look at that. I'm going to block those. As we have been reporting, law enforcement officers are the ones who are being put squarely in the middle between power-mad governors and the American people, including business owners. While governors sit at home in their multi-million-dollar mansions or send their families to Florida estates, it is law enforcement officials who are left to carry out what are often constitutional skirting emergency orders. A sheriff in California just came down on the side of liberty by refusing to enforce stay-at-home order mandates. Jeez. This is originally from The Blaze. And according to The Blaze, this past week, Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco made it quite clear that if anyone enforces lockdown orders in California, it will not be his department. Go team. Go team, yeah, Chad.
Go team. Yeah, all right, get it. I want you have the quote from him. It says from the beginning.
Can you let me check and see. This video is about 3 minutes. Zach, can we play the video?
Oh, sure.
It's on the page, and I'll just continue while you're doing that. It's a quick quote from him. It says, from the beginning, I told you that I would not enforce this stay-at-home order, partly because I trusted our residents' ability to do the right thing without the fear of being arrested, end quote. Thank the Lord. Jeez,
yeah,
that's what we've been saying this whole time. Are we not smart enough to make our own decisions on this stuff?
No, you're too dumb. You're too dumb.
And another quick quote from him while Zach's queuing up this video. He says, quote, "I knew that they could be trusted to act as responsible adults, and I was correct." Man, I like this guy.
Imagine that.
Yep. You ready, Zach?
All right, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
My was all right, yes. All right, and...
Bloop. There it is.
Our sheriff that was going to speak?
Yes, sir.
Is he here? Oh, there he is. Hey, Sheriff. I know we have as well. I know we also have Carrie and Jacqueline that were in the queue. If you don't mind, we're opening up the space for our sheriff. Thank you, Sheriff.
Good afternoon. 8 weeks ago, our public health officer and the governor participated in something never done before in our nation's history. They ordered residents into their homes, closed their businesses, made them wear masks, forbid them from going to church, and eliminated constitutional freedoms put in place over 200 years ago. In the name of a public health crisis, our civil liberties and constitutional protections were placed on hold. Over the past 2 months, we have asked a lot from our residents so we could flatten the curve of infection to prevent our hospitals from being overcrowded. It worked. What isn't being emphasized is that 2,000 of the 4,300 people who have tested positive have already recovered and returned to work. What that means is that out of 2.5 million people in Riverside County, we have only 2,300 residents positive with this virus. Statistically, that is less than 1/10%. Unfortunately, we have lost 181 of our residents to this virus, but keep in mind that that is only 7/1000ths of 1%. While the loss of any life is tragic, we must also be cognizant of the future and well-being of our county's fiscal health and the ability to perform necessary functions. Our future success depends on the leadership of our county to make decisions based on facts and data, not projections and fear. The fact is, everyone doesn't have to be afraid of this virus. Without other serious medical issues, the danger of this virus is significantly lowered, if not eliminated. If you are afraid of contracting this virus or if you have underlying health conditions, you should stay home. From the beginning, I told you that I would not be enforcing the stay-at-home order, partly because I trusted our residents' ability to do the right thing without the fear of being arrested. I knew that they could be trusted to act as responsible adults, and I was correct. As we continue, I will reinforce my position. Not only do we not have the resources to enforce unreasonable orders, I refuse to make criminals out of business owners, single moms, and otherwise healthy individuals for exercising their constitutional rights. I believe Riverside County residents are responsible enough to proceed cautiously. The original projections and fears that caused these orders to be put into place have been proven wrong. As leaders, we must adjust our decisions to better serve the county as a whole. There cannot be a new normal. We are talking about a country formed on the fundamental freedoms of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Any new normal is a direct attack on those basic rights which set us apart and make us the greatest country in the world. I appreciate the effort that you guys are taking for this. I appreciate your consideration in everyone's comments, and I don't envy your vote, but I hope you vote to rescind the orders. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff.
We love you, Sheriff.
Okay, Sheriff.
Well, there you go.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
Can I get
it's
hell
still on
yeah?
me. Yeah.
That's right. Can I get a hell yeah? Oh, this guy needs to be elevated to a higher position in California.
He probably doesn't want it.
Yeah, he probably doesn't want it. But
well, he did say there at the end, he said, "I do not envy your positions."
Did you see, or you guys who didn't watch the video, the guy who's over the I don't know, the counselor in chief or whatever, is sitting there up on the dais with the mask on his face pulled down under his nose. Did you notice that at the very beginning, Jared?
Yeah.
The guy who introduced the sheriff, he's sitting up there and he's got the mask, but it's pulled down under his nose over the top of his lip. Which is what?
It just
this is Me Too stuff. It's like
poking holes in condoms.
Yeah, it's like, just if you're gonna pull it down below your nose, you're like, oh, because it's hard to breathe and blah blah blah. It fogs up my glasses. If you're just gonna pull it down under your nose, take the stupid thing off so you don't look like a moron. I mean, otherwise you just look like a moron. Either put it on and wear it correctly, or take it off. But this like just having it hang off your face just because it is ridiculous. It's stupid, and don't do it. The reason, I wanted to play that sheriff's comments, go team moment, right before we played this next video. Now, the voice you hear is going to be of Donald J. Trump. But I don't give a crap what you think about Trump or not. Really, I don't. Like I said, I don't think any president should be your God, should be your master, whether they're Democrat or Republican. Okay, Ronald Reagan was not my master. Donald Trump is not my master. All right, they're the president of the United States. They're not your king. They're not your boss. They're not your daddy or your mommy. And that's supposed to be the difference between those who endorse freedom and liberty and those who endorse slavery and servitude. The president's not your mommy or your daddy. And so all of you who are like, well, I don't like Donald Trump. Well, I don't give a crap whether you like him or not. These words could have been spoken by anyone. If these words were spoken by Bill Clinton, they would still be true. Zach, I want you to cue this up. This is a 3-minute video. And those of you who are watching, fantastic. Those of you who are listening, just close that hole under your nose, and I want you to listen to these words.
All right. And
that's Zach talking. That's
correct.
Not Donald Trump.
It's close. It's a close one.
Close. Yeah.
America is a land of heroes, a place where greatness is born, where destinies are forged, and where legends come to life. This is the home of Thomas Edison and Teddy Roosevelt, of many great generals, including Washington, Pershing, Patton, and MacArthur. This is the home of Abraham Lincoln, Frederick Douglass, Amelia Earhart, Harriet Tubman, the Wright brothers, Neil Armstrong, and so many more. This is the country where children learn names like Wyatt Earp, Davy Crockett, and Annie Oakley. This is the place where the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth and where Texas patriots made their last stand at the Alamo. The American nation was carved out of the vast frontier by the toughest, strongest, fiercest, and most determined men and women ever to walk on the face of the earth. Our ancestors braved the unknown, tamed the wilderness, settled the Wild West, lifted millions from poverty, disease, and hunger, vanquished tyranny and fascism, ushered the world to new heights of science and medicine, laid down the railroads, dug out the canals, raised up the skyscrapers. Our ancestors built the most exceptional republic ever to exist in all of human history, and we are making it greater than ever before. This is our glorious and magnificent inheritance. We are Americans. We are pioneers. We are the pathfinders. We settled the new world. We built the modern world, and we changed history forever by embracing the eternal truth that everyone is made equal by the hand of Almighty God. America is the place where anything can happen. America is the place where anyone can rise. And here, on this land, on this soil, on this continent, the most incredible dreams come true. This nation is our canvas, and this country is our masterpiece. We look at tomorrow and see unlimited frontiers just waiting to be explored. Our brightest discoveries are not yet known. Our most thrilling stories are not yet told. Our grandest journeys are not yet made. The American age, the American epic, the American adventure has only just begun. Our spirit is still young. The sun is still rising. God's grace is still shining. And my fellow Americans, the best is yet to come.
And I say amen.
Amen.
The main topic I want to talk about to you today, and we're just about done, but this country was not built for the fearful, for the timid, for the afraid. You were not born on the shores of the United States of America. You were not born in this country to live in fear. You were not born for cowardice or servitude or slavery. You were born for strength. You need to embrace that. Right now, you more than ever, you, the American people, not politicians, not congressmen or governors or senators or even presidents, you are the one that needs to be strong. I know that there are people out there who are afraid. I know there are people in our culture who are embracing the reasonableness. But it's time to stop embracing reasonableness and being timid and being afraid and being fearful and being, quite frankly, unable, psychologically paralyzed and unable to speak the truth. And the truth is this: as an American, you were born for strength. You were born for greatness. You have been given the opportunity, not the guarantee, because there are no guarantees in life. And fair is a place you go to eat cotton candy and ride on the rides. There is no fair. There is no guarantee. There are opportunities. And by the fact that you were born on this country, on these shores, you have the opportunity to be strong, to be bold, to be fearless, to live your life as you choose to live it. You do not need or require a governor or a mayor or a judge to tell you whether or not you are allowed to leave your home, whether or not you are allowed to run a business, whether you are allowed to drive in a car or go fishing or walk in a park. It's not up to them. It's up to you. You were not born to be afraid. You are not born to live in fear. Stand up for your rights. Stand up for yourself. Support those who support you, like the sheriff in Riverside, like the sheriff we talked about on Friday. Those who have gone out in public and said, no, I don't care how scared you are. We do not put the Constitution on hold because of a crisis. The Bill of Rights does not cease to be the Bill of Rights because of a pandemic or an emergency. If we can throw the Bill of Rights in the garbage because some governor declared an emergency, then they're not rights. Then they're privileges granted by our masters. But as an American, you do not have a master. You only are beholden to one entity, and that is God above. If you don't believe in God, I feel sorry for you, because that means that the only master you have sits in the capital of your state. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump referenced several generals, and one of them was George Patton. I want to remind you that we have this little thing called the Patriot Bookshelf, patriotbookshelf.com. And one of the recommended readings that we put up there, one of the recommended books, we strongly recommend this, especially now, in this time when our nation is in desperate shortage of leaders. The book's called General Patton's Principles for Life and Leadership. There's a direct link in the show notes. If you've not read it, I highly suggest that you get out there and you do read it, buy it, and you will be inspired. If you're not inspired, then you're uninspirable, quite frankly. But this country needs leaders. This country needs strength, and we need displays of strength. We need courage, not fear. We need strength, not servitude. You, as an American citizen, were born for strength, not for fear. And that is my suggestion to you today. That is the main topic, and we're going to go ahead and put the cork in this one, unless Jared and Zach have anything else to say.
Nope, that was a good end to the show.
I do not.
All right, I want you guys to remember, you were a beginner once.
And you're a strong student for life.
We appreciate your reviews. If you haven't left a review or updated yours recently, Head on over to Facebook, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, or your favorite podcast player to voice your opinion. Don't forget to join us at the Student Lounge, a place for like-minded individuals to learn, connect, and support each other. No chicanery will be tolerated. Remember to check studentofthegun.com daily for new, free content and giveaways. Watch, listen, read, shop, and connect at studentofthegun.com. Are you a social butterfly? Connect with us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for new content each and every day at Student of the Gun. Watch Student of the Gun TV and videos from our trusted partners on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Chromecast, and even AirPlay. Go to studentofthegun.com for direct links, and remember, you're a beginner once, a student for life.